Hey rum fans, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we are still just about in our Jamaican rabbit hole. Today, we are looking at William George Rum, which is actually a blend of Jamaica and Trinidad. Now, this rum should be available outside of the UK, but I have got to thank the lads at Skylark Spirits, Jazz, Chet and Indy. Now, they've not sent me the rum. I've bought and paid for this rum myself, but I did go to them as they are the UK importers of SBS. Now, SBS do a range, I think it's called the Origins range, where they've got sort of cheaper rums, and there was a Jamaican sort of high Ester Funk rum in that range, under £50, $60 in the UK. And I kind of asked them, is it a permanent stock? Is it like, what's the availability around the world? Now, they came back to me and said, no, it's not permanent. It's done, it's released in batches. This batch is sold out. You're going to have to kind of, and you might be able to get a couple of bottles, but you're going to have to wait until 2024 now until whether they release another one. However, what they said in reply was, have you tried William George? Because it is a fantastic rum and it should work really well in a one rum Mai Tai. So the last time I had this, I think I tasted this at Manchester Rum Festival in 2022. We are shooting this in sort of late September 2023. So I'm really looking forward to putting the lads to the test. Does this work neat? And does it work in a one rum Mai Tai? Let's find out. Now, just while I'm pouring, let's do the price comparisons. This is, you know, a little bit more expensive, but it's a small brand, but it's still under my sort of price limits. So we are looking at, rounded up, my guy's Master of Malt. I always do Master of Malt in the UK. And we are talking, let's just round up because it's like 6p. £47 in the UK. Now, I 100% know that this will be available in Europe because Andrew, who owns the brand, lives in Europe, in Holland, I think it's in Holland, Netherlands. So it will be available all around Europe. So I'm going to give you the euros, which is 54.47 comparison. And dollars, if it is available in the US, I'm sure he's done a bit of activation in the US. $58, round down, $58. So again, if you've got this rum, let me know what your prices are, what you pay. Now, just before I dive in for the old nostrils, there's not too much I can kind of give you on the side of the bottle, but I just will read this paragraph because this will sum it up nicely. So it's Jamaican and Trinidad. It's blended in Amsterdam, so Ian Ashgear. Nearest, damn it. I haven't got that on good authority. I'm just guessing. I'm 99% sure it'd be Ian Ashgear. Share, however you say. Within your hands is an exceptional blend of rum crafted in the Caribbean islands of Jamaica and Trinidad. The unique blend of Jamaican pot and Trinidadian column distilled rum brings tropical notes of tinned pineapple, banana, hints of macadamia and almond nuts, followed by grassy notes with cherry and citrus. Finishes long and lingering flavour of raisins, vanilla and cacao. Now, on the nose, I wasn't sure what I was expecting, but wow, this delivers in Jamaican funk. I'm actually, do you know what? I wasn't that excited about this rum coming into it. I was like, you know, I would have kind of associated this with Jamaican funk. It kind of should have registered. So it's kind of, perhaps there's a bit, you know, there's a bit of Jamaican in there, but probably the Trinidadians sort of bringing it back a bit. Wow, that's Jamaican. This is only 43% ABV, so 86 proof. But boy, does that punch. Do you know what? This has completely got me now. I'm really excited to dive into this and taste this and do a one rum Mai Tai with this. This has got loads of potential. I hope it delivers this on the taste the same way it does on the nose. But on the nose, I have got, if you smell this, Jamaican. I don't think you're picking up Trinidad at all in the slightest. You are picking that as Jamaican pot still. Funk, high ester, overripe banana. Yes, there's a little bit of sort of pineapple notes to that. And yes, there is even a little bit of that sort of grassy, fresh cut grass note to it as well. I'm almost at the point of, if I'd smelt that, I probably would go Jamaican, but I'm almost verging on sort of agricole vibes and that. So like a French Martinique agricole. That's kind of where my head's going with that sort of grassiness. But when you kind of give it a little bit more time, you do kind of pick it more as like a pot still, just. But I tell you what, if I didn't know what that was and you'd give me a glass blind, I think I would probably struggle. I dived in for a taste. I couldn't wait. Now, does that nose transfer into the taste? Ish. My first immediate thought is it's a little bit thin. It's a little bit too easy to drink. 43% ABV. It's not a strong 43%. It is quite kind of thin. Now it has got a little bit of funk, a little bit of sort of banana to it, but I'm going actually more kind of vanilla-y, more kind of raisiny. I don't know what the DNA of this rum is, whether it has got sort of aged Jamaican rums or aged, I think both are. Hang on, give me 2 secs. No, it just says in the bottle a blend of Jamaican pot and Trinidad column distill. So I didn't know whether it said aged pot. I don't know where that sort of vanilla-y vibe comes from. I don't know whether we've got a little bit of loosely aged rum in there and that may have been filtered to get rid of the colour. I really wish that tasted how it smelled, because that could be truly, truly fantastic. It's just a little bit thin. Now, I also want to preface something else here, because at the moment, my head is in Mai Tai world. If I took my head out of Mai Tai world, and if I put my head in, say, would this make a great daiquiri rum? Would this make a great unaged mixing rum? Yeah, hell yeah, it is fantastic in taste. So I kind of need to kind of preface that as well. If I'm judging this on just how it tastes, it's a great rum. Is it? I've got absolutely no doubt in my mind that this will not be anywhere close to that in a one rum Mai Tai. I'm not even contemplating that. I'm going to taste it, but my head is not there now. So my immediate head is like, actually, what is the use case for this? Sipping neat, it actually is on my wavelength. I love the creaminess to it. I love, yes, as I said, there's a little bit of funk. There's a little bit of ester. There's a little bit of fruit. Actually, what does punch out more for me is the vanilla-y kind of notes to it. And I'll be honest, not too dissimilar. It's not. I think you would taste the difference, but not too dissimilar to Plantation 3 stars. I'm actually a little bit confused of where to go with this now, because we can pretty much establish that this is not where I want this series, of what I'm focusing on in this series. So, you know, if I'm comparing this to other unaged sort of Jamaican vibe rums, I've then got to look at the price of this, and we were going back up to 40, where are we? I've got to scroll all the way. So we're going up to £47, $58, 54.5 euros. I love the guys. I love Skylark. I really, really do. But you've got to look at what field it plays in, and I think there are better value unaged rums in this sort of category at a better price point. And I'll give you a spoiler now of what's coming out in the next video, because I've got no shades, you know, no doubts at all in my mind that I'm going to visit that. That is Hamden and Barbados. You don't lose the sort of Jamaican pot still in that. That's why I'm kind of featuring it. I wasn't going to, but it's thanks to the daiquiri series, or the daiquiris I did on my Sunday shows, that's now here, and that's now going to feature. But for the price, yeah, this is going to be interesting. I'm going to sum this up. I'm going to jump straight to the one rum Mai Tai, but I'm going to come back in the next video to compare these two. Now, I'll keep this short and sweet. Look, this is a delicious rum. My true reflections will come out, and I'll give you the price comparison in the very next video. As a one rum Mai Tai, it is nice, it is delicious. It is a little bit unbalanced, again, those because the rum is not punching through. You kind of get too much almond, too much lime, and the whole cocktail isn't balanced. Yes, you could probably adjust it, but it just doesn't deliver in the same way that Hamden would, in the same way that Worthy would. So I am going to sum up in one direction straight away, and I've kind of said this point before, and I'm going to say it again. Look, as much as this would be hard to understand, at £40, I'm just going to talk in UK currency for a second. You'll understand in dollars. Look, if I'm going to spend £40 on a rum, for me, actually, I'm not going to flinch too much at spending an extra 20 to make 60, all right, 25 to 65. the conflict for me comes from, and yes, that is the same price, but that's a litre bottle, and that does net down to 20, I think it was £29 it nets down to for a 70cl. You know, I'm going that all day long for one rum Mai Tai, and for a rum in its own right, you know, if I'm going to spend 40 quid on a 70cl, I'm just going to spend, that's just how I am, I'm just going to spend the extra on the Hamden. For me, that is a lovely, delicious white unaged rums, but I'm not sure it punches out any more than other white unaged rums. The nose 100% does. The nose is absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I'm afraid the taste just doesn't deliver the same way. And it's not that I'm saying it's a bad rum, because it's a really, really delicious rum. I just had massively high hopes from the aroma, and the taste was kind of like, yeah, okay. I don't think I would replace my favourite white unaged rums. I'll be honest, I'm preferring some of the UK scratch distillers unaged rums more than I am this as well. This is truly a quality product. It's in a big competitive market, and I personally, for my palate, I've got stuff that I prefer here more.